Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate simple assignment operator in Java in a detailed manner. So let's get started. This operator I have covered at a very high level in the previous session, but in this session, I am going to cover this operator in a detailed manner. For that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE. Here, I am going to create a variable and declare that variable with a primitive data type, let's say int. Here variable a is declared with int primitive data type in this example. Now, to store some data into this variable, we generally use simple assignment operator like this. A is equal to whatever the data you want to store. For example, if I want to store the data 9 into this variable, I can specify 9 here, okay, like this. Int a is equal to 9. This is one of the example statement which uses simple assignment operator, okay. The simple assignment operator is assigning this data 9 by storing that 9 into this variable a. Okay, this is called a simple assignment operator. Now, if you properly observe this statement consists of two parts. Okay, I can divide this statement into two items. What are they? So here, when I say a is equal to 9, when I say in this particular statement, if I highlight this a is equal to 9 part, this is called as initialization. Okay, initialization. This is the initialization part of the statement. What about int a, this part? Here I am declaring the variable a with a proper data type, okay, primitive data type. So this part is called as declaration. We are declaring the variable here, and after declaring the variable, we are initializing the variable. For the first time, if you are assigning some data to the variable, generally that kind of statements are called as initialization statements, okay. So here, for this particular variable, for the first time, if you are assigning or storing some data into the variable, okay, that is called as initialization. And if you are declaring the variable, that is called as declaration. So declaration and initialization. So the single statement contains both declaration, where I'm declaring the variable with in primitive data type, and also it contains initialization. For the first time you are assigning or storing the data into the variable. For the first time, that is called as initialization. Right? Now, if I write print statement and print this variable, what will happen? The value or data that is stored into this variable using this declaration and initialization statement will be printed here. That is, the value 9 got printed when I print the variable. That's great. Now, there is another way of declaring an initialization. Okay, declaring and initializing the variable. There is another way. Here in this statement, both the declaration and initialization are done in a single statement. What if I declare only, okay, I declare separately and initialize separately. Instead of declaring and initializing in a single statement, what I can do, I can separate it. First, I would like to declare the variable int a and put a semicolon here. I'm not initializing this variable with any data. Okay. So this statement is called as declaration statement. We are declaring the variable declaration statement. Declaration statement. And in the next line, I'm going to initialize it. Okay. A is equal to 5. For the first time, if you are storing some data into the variable, which is already declared in the previous statement. Okay. So this is called as initialization. Earlier I have written in it. These two statements I have written in a single statement. Now I divided that into two statements, okay, separate statements. This is initialization statement. For the first time, if you are storing the data into the variable, that is called as initialization statement. Okay, this is declaration, this is initialization. If I run the code, what will happen? If I print the variable a here, what will happen? The value that is stored into this variable a will be printed on this code. You see the value that is stored into this variable 5, okay, variable a, which is nothing but 5, got printed in the output console. Now I got a doubt. First, I have declared the variable, then I am initializing the variable. What if is that possible where I'll just move this statement before the declaration? First, I want to initialize the variable, then I want to declare the variable. Is that possible in Java? No. You will get the compiler error. Okay. In order to initialize or store some data into the variable, first you need to declare that in Java. Without declaring a particular variable in Java, you cannot initialize. Okay. First, you cannot initialize, guys. First, you have to declare, then only you have to initialize. So what I have to do to overcome this problem, I have to move this statement after the declaration statement. First, declaration statement should come. After that, only initialization should come. Otherwise, both the declaration and initialization should be part of the same statement, single line. If you want it to be in separate lines, first you have to declare it, then only initialize it. Initializing, then after declaring is not possible. Okay. So first declaration, then initialization. Got it? Fine. Next. Next thing here is, okay. Next thing here is, so here this is declaration, this is initialization. What if I say a is equal to 10 here? What will happen? Okay. First I am declaring the variable, Then I'm initializing the variable. Again, when I'm saying a is equal to 10, can I also call this statement as initialization statement? Am I storing this value for the first time into the variable? No. 5 is stored into the variable for the first time. This is initialization. But here 10 is the second type of data that you want to store into the variable. So this is not initialization, guys. Okay. A is equal to 10 is not initialization. We can call it as updation statement. Okay. Updation statement. We are updating the data which is stored into the variable with a new value. Okay. Updation statement. Or you can also call it as reinitialization, not initialization, reinitialization. Either updation or reinitialization. Okay. Reinitialization statement or updation statement we can call. Okay. Updating statement or reinitialization statement. Because I'm storing the value for the second time into the same variable. For the first time, 5 got stored. For second time, 10 got stored. Now if I print this variable, what will happen? 5 will be printed or 10 will be printed? When I print this variable a, 5 will be printed or 10 will be printed? 10 will be printed. Latest value which got stored into the variable will be printed. That means 5 will be replaced by 10. Okay? Run this code, 10 will get printed. Okay? Updated value will get printed. So when you update a variable with a new value, the old value will be replaced with the new value. Okay? Fine. Now here you can also write it as int a is equal to 3. Okay? Int a is equal to 3, a is equal to 5, a is equal to 10. So in this case, what will happen? First one is declaration statement and initialization statement. Initialization statement. Okay? Because in the single line, we are declaring the variable, we are initializing the variable. And the next line, this is not initialization, this is reinitialization or updation. Okay? Reinitialization or updating statement. Because for the second time, if you are storing the data into the variable, that cannot be called as initialization. That should be called either as updating or reinitialization. This is also updating or you can update the variable value any number of times, guys. Okay? There's no count. Okay. For the first time is called as initialization. After that, any number of times you can update the value into the variable. That is called as reinitialization or updating that you can do any number of times. If I run this code, what will happen? First, 3 got stored into the variable. After that, the 3 got replaced by 5 because of this updation. Then into the variable, 10 got stored. So 10 will replace 5. So latest value will be, when I print this variable, what will happen? The latest updated value, that is 10, will get printed. Fine. Got some clarity? Now, let's move on to the next one. That is, let's say I want to, let's say I want to declare a variable like this, int a, then I want to declare another variable, int b, then int c. Okay, int a, int b, int c. Now here I'll say a is equal to 5, b is equal to 5, c is equal to 5. Now if I say, okay, if this is the situation, if I write system.out.println a, system.out.println b, system.out.println. See, how many variables I declared? 3 variables. How many variables I initialize? 3 variables. Okay. A is 5, B is also 5, C is also 5. If I run this code, what will be printed? 5, 5, 5 will be printed. All the variables will store the same value 5 here. Now, is there any way to reduce the number of lines here? How many lines I have written? 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So instead of these 3 lines, I can convert these 3 lines into single line. How? Instead of declaring this variable separately, I can say a comma b comma c. I don't have to write separate lines here. Okay. Int a comma b comma c. What happened? 6 lines got converted into how many lines? 4 lines. Now this one also, since all these 3 variables are storing the same value 5, 5, 5, instead of writing the separate lines, I can say a is equal to, b is equal to, c is equal to 5. This is better. Okay. So here I can write a is equal to, b is equal to, c is equal to 5. Now run this code. You see, still 555 got printed. 6 lines I converted into 2 lines. We have reduced the number of lines, right? So if you have multiple variables to be declared with the same data type, in separate lines instead of mentioning, you can write in a single line. Okay? Even though you have 10 variables, int a, int b, int c, like that, instead of writing that, you can simply say int a, comma b, comma c, comma d, comma, like that, you can write. Okay? So if all these variables are of same data type, then you can do this thing. Okay? You can convert it into a single line. If all these variables are storing the same value, then also the same thing. Okay. Instead of writing a is equal to 5, b is equal to 5, c is equal to 5, you can say a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to d is equal to whatever is equal to 5. Okay. Here 5 will go into c, and whatever the value that went into c will go into b, and whatever the value that went into b will go into a. So everything will be printed as 5, 5, 5. Run this code, all the 5s will be printed. Fine. Next. Next one is, I'll say int a is equal to 5, int b is equal to 8. Then, or int b is equal to 10 otherwise. Okay, int b is equal to 10. And here, I'll say a is equal to b. Now system.out.println, if I say a, if I print a, and system.out.println, if I print b, what will be the output, guys? Here the original value of a is 5, original value of b is 10. When I say a is equal to b, what will happen? What is the value of b? 10. 10 will be assigned to a. A will be updated with 10. Original value of a was 5. Now 5 will be replaced with the latest value which is stored in the b. So whatever the value that is there in the b, that is 10, will be assigned to a. So that means updated. A variable value will be updated from 5 to 10. So a will be having 10, b also will be having 10. If I run this code, instead of 5 and 10, 10 10 will be printed. 10 and 10 will be printed. You see, both A and B will be printed as 10 because we are assigning the value which is stored in the B, that is 10 is assigned to B, right? Now 10 is assigned to B is holding what? 10. The value 10 is getting stored to A. Originally A is 5, but once you say A is equal to B, the value which is there in B will be assigned to A. So A also will become 10. So both will become 10. That's the reason. Okay. Now, next one. Next one is int A is equal int A, int B, int C. Now here I'll say A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6, C is equal to 7. Now if I write system.out.println, A, system.out.println, B, C, B and C. What will happen? What will be the output? We have declared the variable and assigned that variable, initialize that variable with value 5. So A is holding 5, so 5 will be printed. Here we are declaring the variable B and we are assigning data 6 into the B. So when you print B, 6 will be printed. Here, when you print C, declared and 7 got stored into the variable C, so 7 will be printed. 5, 6, 7 will be printed here. Now my requirement is to, instead of using the 6 lines, I want to convert all the 6 lines into one line. Can I do that? Yes. First of all these variables A, B, C are of same data type. So instead of writing this separate 3 lines, I can write A, comma B, comma C. This is done. Now A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6, C is equal to 7. So here directly you can say A is equal to 5, comma B is equal to 6, comma C is equal to 7. I don't have to write all these 3 lines. In a single line, I have declared and initialized the 3 variables. Okay, in this example. Now you'll get the same output. 5, 6, 7 will be printed. So this is how we can use a simple assignment operator in Java. With this knowledge, right, you will be able to effectively use simple assignment operator in Java. Okay. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.